What's up? All right. I can close it. Huh? I'll close it. Or, yeah. Okay. All right. Corn, welcome. Bitter Seeds, thank you for the tier 1. Plastic Bits. Ire, Broken Youth, welcome back. And Still That Guy Jake, welcome. All right. Trying to get this. Yeah, it's a little dark here, huh? Why does it feel darker? I don't know. All right. Well, I forgot to change this decimal. Let's change the decimal. Let's do it. Seems like someone liked the new J. Cole album. I haven't gotten to it yet. I queue up all my music and yeah, I'm behind. Let's go with what's this one? Well, this one's small. I don't know. Okay. I got a small. This is a Junji Ito desk mat. Very small. Okay. And then I have 2 small 60% mats on top of it. Okay, so we got this h2h to work on. Let's take a look at it. It's been a while since I've done anything EC. Why 2 mats? They're just around. No other reason other than, well, where else would I put them, you know? Okay. So here we got this h2h. This is the silver with the side base here. Based off of the HHKB Studio, which I didn't actually know because I didn't read anything until I got it. Yeah, I feel like I want more desk mat than this. I guess I could shift this down, move this up. Okay, so I'm gonna have to remember how to do all this. Oh, I just got in Ganeke's package. Let's crack this open. I don't know where my box cutter is. Oh, here it is. 2 different material and 1 mat. 1 material per side stitched together. Let's see. Cordy pop, huh? What I do know is I do have like a couple of leather mats, and they're like curling. They're curling really bad. So I got like a little worried for any mat that I'm not really familiar with, material-wise. I'm sure it's not that bad, but... Alright, I got Mizu. I could sort that later if I have time. But here I got the EC Pro 2 V3 kit. I think I only got one. One that's carbon fiber on one side and cork on the other side. Oh. How is that carbon fiber side? Got me curious. Pretty good. It's classy. This is the Pro 3, right? EC Pro 3. Is it really that big? I thought those... Why do I remember a version of this where it's like the daughter board was incredibly tiny? Was that not a thing? Brogan you, thank you for the 3-stream streak. So, hold on. This has me a little curious here. So I got this EC Pro 3 kit from Canon Keys, and it says EC60X SE on one side. Is it just because everything is shared, or is this... Do I have the correct thing? And then again, also, the EC Pro 3 daughter board. Why is it that I remember a version of this where it was like really tiny? Like it was just this. Pro 3 PCB. Alright, let's take a look at what you've sent over here. Keyboard mat V2, vegan leather, and corker felt. Oh, the carbon fiber actually looks pretty cool. Oh, it's PVC carbon fiber. There's a carbon fiber appearance. Okay, so this is what it is. Alright, real quick. Yeah, so there's that. But also, just looking at this, when you click the EC Pro 3 bundle, it is just this. I'm not crazy in saying there was a version of this where the daughter board was this big. Am I? I feel like that was a thing, and I'm not... I don't know. Looks like the EC60X SE PCB is what's being used here as like a base, but now you can kind of just use these as Pro 2 and Pro 3 PCBs. That's what it seems like. Alright. So here's this. I used to like gasketing up these cutouts. I guess I should continue that. Why not? I'm trying to recall because I don't know what material this is. I think there was a point where Pooter... Have you ever tried domes that were lighter than 35 grams? Have I? I don't know if I have. I know that like the very first time I tried 35 grams was like the OEM 35s that were in like the, I don't know if they still have them, but like those old Real Forces. They were way too light for me. I've tried like some PBB 35s, I believe, and those were funny because those PBB ones, they're like, first of all, they're not very good, but second of all, they're like, the labeled weight is like way lighter than it actually is. So, I don't know. Anyways, there was a point here where I think it was Pooter who bought like a whole bunch of these. And then they were not the right material that we had ordered. So that's what kind of gets me a little bit confused about this, as I don't know if this is still that. Like, this is kind of that foamy. I don't remember what I actually used and what they were like. Guess we could take a look. It was PBB. Was it PBB? No. It wasn't PBB. It was something else. Gasket. It was from AliExpress. AliExpress order. Kill Combat, welcome. Express order. I feel like this is going to be a long build because I'm still just trying to figure things out. Poron. Okay, so I think these are Poron. And we were supposed to wait on some EVA replacements. I'm looking back at some messages from April of last year. And I think it's like we got so many. Poron. I feel like I'll just use these. I feel like it's not going to be that big of a deal or a big difference. It might be, but I mean, I have so many of these, and what else am I going to do with them, you know? My tweezers. I feel like I lost them. Here it is. Okay. So we'll just go for it here. I think there's one where there's a whole row that's already used. There's so many of these. Okay, so I'm now looking at some other messages here saying Pooter actually got a refund. They never sent replacements. I don't know if he ended up spending the refund money on more and then sent them to me and they're in some other box. But we'll just go with this. Oh, what the heck? I just realized. This is weird because this is exactly what I need without the center. The things I wonder. Okay, so there is hardware here. Have you ever infilled anything in keyboards before? No, I haven't. I'm too scared to do it myself, and I don't know, I've just never asked anyone else to. Have you? I want to, but finding people with experience is rough. I see. Try to remember everything here. So I do have Dynacap parts. I don't know if I want to use those here or if I want to go with PBB or OEM. Here's the funny thing is, like, I probably should have just looked for what I was going to build this with, because I have so many parts and I don't know what or where they are, but they're all behind me somewhere and I'm just going to have to figure it out. Kobe Beef next door, welcome. I just tuned in. What's going on in the stream besides dope music? Welcome to the stream. Thank you. I am working on an h2h keyboard. This is like a Topre style EC keyboard. Right now what I'm doing is on each of these housing cutouts, like the switch housing cutouts, I am putting in these adhesive gaskets. These are made of Poron. This will kind of keep things a little bit more in place and more dampened once they're actually inserted in. I think just these tweezers. Alright. There we go. So it's been a while since I've built any board of this style. So I'm just trying my best to kind of guess and remember what it is I'm supposed to do. It's like I think I remember, but I just hope I'm not forgetting a huge number of steps. So putting on these adhesive pour-on sticker gaskets first. Next up, we'll insert the housings, lube them up. We'll do the 2U, the stabilized parts after that. Is that it? Okay, like we insert the domes. We insert the sliders in the domes. And then we just put the PCB on top, right? I think that's pretty much it. Get a little more light. Something I noticed is when I switched over from a 3 monitor to a 2 monitor setup, there's a little bit less light because the monitor was a source of light. Things are just quite a bit darker here. come back and do those 2U's at the end. Skip these two right here for now. Matt, welcome back. Good to see you again. Kajita, welcome. Adapt, welcome. Put it on these spacebar stabilizer cutouts too. Then we'll finish off with those 2U's, which we'll just kind of mangle together. Oh, okay. Nobody's planning on using. It's a good question. I have no idea. I started this build with very little of it planned. I haven't looked at any of my EC stuff in a really long time. So the real answer is I don't know. I did not really prep for this other than I just thought, hey, let's just do the H2H today. I got my EC Pro 3 PCB in, so why not? I do have, where'd it go? Here it is. I do have a bunch of Dynacap parts. And I don't know if that's a whole build that I want to do later for, I don't know what boards I have coming. I'll just cut up these little pieces here. Why not? See where the vibes take you? Yeah, pretty much. I put some of the green Duskies V3 domes in my S60 V1. Feels so good. Yeah, greens are nice. I like, you know, mildly heavy domes. Mildly to more. Is that enough? Just wedge in one more little piece right there. Alright, we good. BK Extremes, those are, I mean, I don't have those. I don't know if I would use them, but I you know, one could only wish. Okay. So this is all done. Let's take a look at my parts. I have boxes of parts. So these, I think, is a giant bag of PBB housings. What else we got in here? I don't know what this is. This looks like purple housings from what though? A Real Force? I'm guessing this is like a silenced Real Force housings. And what I'm guessing are stabilizers from the same thing, which I think they're slightly different. I don't know, man. I don't remember what these... Oh, oldest 55.7 UB 55 gram. That's what this bag is labeled as. See what else we got here. Got a bunch of shit in here. Ooh, I have some deskies. I think these are unsilenced deskies. We got some stems, some PBB. Ooh, looks like purple housings. Purple. It's 2Us. Pro Classic sliders. Just more PBB. God damn, I feel like I had a plan with all of these and I don't know what the plan was. These are, I forgot what these even were. They're gray. You guys remember what gray was? What was it? Shit, what was that? This is, I think, a brand that I'm not sure people actually fully liked. The KLC ones? I don't remember. I remember people were really unhappy, I think, with these, whatever the hell this brand was with the orange sticker on the plastic containers. I forgot the name of it. You guys gotta tell me. I've been out of this for a while. I got some, I think these are 6U wires. We have more stabilizers as well. Densis. Ah, Secret Myth. Welcome back. Yeah, that was what it was. Densis. So what do you guys think? Should I go PBB? PBB with Topre sliders? I feel like there's an issue with that, isn't there? I'm trying to remember. I've been away for so long. It's hard to recall. Like I do have a couple of unused like the PFU colored blanks. So I kind of want to go Topre over, you know, like MX sliders from, you know, PBB or whatever, but I think I could do the housings, right? I'm trying to remember. I don't really. Okay, so these right here, they don't have the holes in them, so these are OEM 2Us from something. Do I remember what from? I don't know. It's got to be some real force, right? I guess I could go with that. The only issue I could think of is I don't know that I can do this without the spacebar stabilizer, right? Can I? So these are all PBB stabilizers. So it's like, I think if I can't, that's the thing that I'm just gonna have to sort of realize here is that I can't use an OEM bar without the OEM inserts. So that's where things kind of get a little hairy, right? And I don't know if I just have any spares of those. So yeah, this is a very ill-planned stream, admittedly. Alright, dome-wise, I'm just going through drawers right now. I have some BKE lights. Rare. I think they're V2s. What else we got here? We got some 55 grams. I think these are from like a Real Force R2. Are those Dynacaps? No, none of this is Dynacap. I have some Dynacap stuff in the corner. I have not touched them. I'm going through all the old stuff I had from before, trying to figure out what all this stuff is. This is, I think, 55 gram from an 87U. These are Pro 2s from one of my first HHKVs in 2014. These are 55 grams, but something in here says I need to clean them. I don't really remember why. These are some really horrible, I think these were sent to me by mistake. I think these are like the 55 or 65s from PBB. Really bad. And then I think these are BKE heavies. Rare. So I got some rare domes here. I think I also got a bunch of I think like just domes that like I already used most of them for, if that makes sense. Like they're already used, they're just like kind of the leftovers. So I think this is kind of nothing that's actually really usable. Yeah, BK heavies are lit. Helvia, welcome. Yo, can I get your opinion on cost to effort ratio for a build? Cost to effort ratio. How exactly do I answer that? I don't know. Okay, pose your question, and then let me see how I could potentially answer it. Alright, I get this funny feeling I won't actually be able to do this. I won't actually be able to do like a full taupe build just because I don't have the necessary bar stabilizer inserts for OEM. Just get a funny feeling, you know? Ever get that funny feeling? That you have just about everything else, then you can't actually do what you want to do. Doing with heavies, I'm rocking heavies in my heavy 6. I can do it, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I'm just trying to figure things out. It's very confusing. Like, I really want to do OEM. Like, my preference is always to do OEM. But, I mean, we just run into issues like this, you know? Where we just don't have all of the parts that we need with those stabilizers are kind of like, you know, gold, you know? Like, wasn't there someone who was supposed to do, like, OEM style, like, sliders? Because I feel like it's that, like, the bottleneck is always... The bottleneck is always the space bars, right? Okay, so it looks like I just have some like desky stuff ready to go, except there's a stabilizer that's kind of popping out. So I gotta kind of maybe address that, but I might just do this just because it's faster. Like all of this stuff is here. Like it's already done. Like I gasketed these, I'm pretty sure I tuned them already. Getting someone a full-size keyboard as a gift, but they don't need anything crazy. Would I be better off buying a nicer pre-built or build one? Oh, I see. It's a valid question. What are your guys' opinions? I know that there are customs, like full-size customs out there, but I don't know a whole lot about what is out there. So, what are your guys' thoughts? Like domes in my iron? My iron? Or iron what? Full size is your biggest enemy. That's true. I mean, one thing that I can think of that is a you know, hitch to that plan is that full size just has like a lot more. There's just a lot more to full size. So my brother's been moving around all my stuff. Hold on, let me just go ask him. Did you take the paper towels that were here? There's some paper towels here, right? Oh, okay. All right. That's fine. cherry tomatoes today, though? It's weird.
Why?
Or no, those are grape tomatoes. Those aren't even cherry tomatoes. You know the difference, right? Cherry and grape tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes actually taste good.
Oh,
Grape tomatoes are not.
really? I didn't even know.
I don't know. I mean, if you like them, you like them. I just would never. Okay. I mean, the zoom is good. At least I remember. Depends on if you like them. I value time more than money. If you build it, it's more personal. They like building themselves. Get them accustomed and let them have at it. It's unpopular, so not many designs are made. It's also expensive and to get a custom full size. There's something to be said about using a custom full size work though. For one, it's bigger board, more material, and more and unpopular. Full sized entry would be at least 300 to 400. So yeah, Matt gives a good suggestion here. One fun thing is sometimes I kind of end up going back to that, which is like modding pre-builts is actually like can always be like a fun challenge. Like sometimes like the actual task of modding a pre-built can actually be I'm not saying as always, but can be more interesting than like a custom build. Okay, so I'm reminded here of this thing that I have. It's pretty cool. This used to like be really painful, so it's nice to do or nice to have now. This thing that kind of removes. I got this from Nihon Jam's website, I think. It's like a housing removal tool. Sometimes it can be a really painful, like physically painful process to do with your fingers. So this is nice. Or even just a spudger. Whoops. All right. So these right here are unsilenced deskies with gasket, like slider gaskets. I will probably just make somewhat of a modest effort to retune some of these stabilizer wires, but this I believe is largely done because I did these before. I took this out of something. Don't exactly remember what. I'm only doing this because I guess I don't have a I have so many OEM parts. Nearly enough for an actual full build, but it's just those stabilizer inserts. It's like the thing I'm missing. I already said I have a set of Knight stabilizers on hand too. Neo's mass produced. You could just get a Neo 90. Yeah, Neo. I feel like for like the production level that Neo has, it's like they've always put out products that I think people are really happy with. So yeah, I guess there is that full-size Neo that Ayer's suggesting. Could be a good one. That could be a good direction to go in. But again, it's how much do you or your gift recipient want to build? Okay, I need some more water. I'll be right back. Ooh, okay, here we go. Oh, whew, nice cold water. let's try this. This is we're gonna do Deskies. Ooh, oh my goodness! Come on, man. Our brother. Thank you for the raid. All right. So we're gonna do Deskies, the plastic parts, but then we'll do BKEs for the domes. We'll see how this fares in this h2h. Welcome everybody. Just for context, it's like for anyone who's unfamiliar, I'm a keyboard streamer. Been in the keyboard hobby for almost a decade and a half now. Almost. Started streaming in 2019, but doing keyboard streams in 2020. Took a little break over the last maybe from about June to January. Really just almost a full detox because I've kind of forgotten so much. It's crazy how much you have the ability to forget if you really just stop and paying attention entirely. One of the things is I've forgotten what I have, like in terms of individual parts. In the last, in that 7-month span, I have been receiving stuff in the mail, group buys and just other things I've ordered. So I've kind of accumulated something of a backlog here of boards. So I know that these h2h's had gotten delivered, I think, a couple months ago now. But we're finally building it. Coming back to a streaming once a week pace. So we're just gonna try to bite into the backlog every week. So I still have, you could look at my collection page, exclamation collection, but there's still like a couple other 60s that I have in the queue to build. I think there's a Snake and an Optica. What else is there? I forget. Snake and an Optica. Oh, not yet. I know that I have, hopefully coming shortly, Glare. I got a shipping or a tracking number for Glare, but it doesn't look like it's moved out of Korea yet. What else? I heard DK160s have reached Canon keys, or are at least en route to Canon keys. Yeah. Other than that, there's a couple of switch testers that I want to build into some old Philco boards. I think I also potentially have a Real Force still left to build too, at least is what it says here. I don't know. I gotta look around for it. I think I have a BDZ syringe, so I feel like this is mostly tuned already, but maybe just needs a little BDZ near the wires. So I feel like we'll just do that. I don't know if there's like another, maybe from the top here. Trying to remember how this gets oriented here. I get this feeling that like with Deskies parts it's a little less obvious, but I think it's like this. But yeah, I was playing Pokemon for like 7 months straight. Just doing Dynamax adventures and Ultra Wormholes in Gen 7 and 8. I'm playing a lot of ZA lately. I've been doing the DLC. DLC is pretty gnarly, actually. Spoilers. There are more legendaries that are available in the DLC. Some, very few of them, but they do exist. Some are actually shiny huntable, so I have been working on that. More spoilers, there's 5 total. I have 2 so far. I'm working on a 3rd. But there's also way more than 5 legendaries available. It's just they're not all shiny huntable. Remind me again. I got this. I honestly forget. I'd have to look it up. But I got this BDZ syringe from somewhere. But I gotta say, this is like pretty solid pickup. I have a ton of BDZ, but in syringe form, this is amazing. Do you guys know of vendors that do syringed BDZ? Other than whatever this one I bought was from? Let me rephrase that question. How many vendors, what vendors do syringe to BDZ? Because I will reiterate it, I love it. I feel like I've seen a couple, I don't remember who exactly, though. It's clutch, it's expensive. Like, by mass or by weight or however you want to call it, but I do actually get this feeling that it is worth it. Alright. I feel like that's enough, at least for now. I kind of flooded it here with BDZ, but we'll see how it works out. Okay, cool. There were some things I liked using to elevate this, to throw domes in. Let me try to remember. I did get these little stands from, also from Nihon Jam store. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of remember using these little blocks, but we'll try these again. Why not? So the idea is you gotta keep this elevated. Oh my god. It's a tough one because it's like what here is actually aligned. I mean, I think oh my god. So that's supposed to be like that. Omnitype has Lube Pen BDZ. It's pretty good, but not quite the same. I think I actually have that too, but I never... Like, it's literally right there in front of me, but I never opened it. Oh my god, this is like... so very weird. Like, am I supposed to put it here? Alright, let's just try that, I guess. Okay, someone said heavies. 2 BK heavies. Let's hope that I have enough. These should be bags of 60, but we'll we'll see, I guess. Okay, wait. So I put the. I'm also trying to remember here. What else do I need? I put the domes in, and then I put springs in. Is that right? Is that the order? What I do remember is, and you guys tell me if it's any different, but I just remember feeling like PBB did have like these god tier springs. Literally god tier. Is that true? Is that still true? I feel like there's no way that anyone had ever made springs better than PBBs. Okay, so this one has like, one thing I noticed about some of these BKEs, there's like sometimes a little extra that kind of make it not really align super properly. Sometimes I gotta like cut them with these little craft scissors. Lobo, welcome. What is the board on top? This is a Keycult 160 HHKB. Recent-ish novel keys run with the Keycult 160. I don't think Keycult 160s came really available in HHKB's pre-novel keys. I think. Oh, all hex, welcome. Thank you. Very, very sweet of you. Also, okay, these sound effects and the stream TTS. Does it sound like it's clipping to anybody, or is it just my earpiece? It's okay if it's just my earpiece, but if it's clipping, I might need to make a little adjustment. But Alhex, thank you, and welcome back. Thank you for the tier 1. 54 months. Incredible. It's not fine, but it was only 2 words, so I don't know. Okay, it might just be the audio in my ear. Okay, dude. Okay, so I do have some news. Anybody here familiar with Ichiban Kuji? I explained the story before, but I'll explain it again here. My first experience seeing Ichiban Kuji was when I was in Taipei, like 2 years ago. And I was very confused as to what it was. And yeah, I think the people running it were also, I don't know how to explain it. I think they were having trouble explaining it to a tourist. I fully figured it out my second to last day in Tokyo about 2 months ago now, maybe a month and a half ago. I fully figured it out. I did it. It was amazing. Got a bunch of stuff from Gintama. It's like essentially like lottery, like gotcha figures. Is what this is. Anyways, Oh, I remember what I used here. They were these little squares. I have no idea where they are. Yeah, I like the squares. I'm just now remembering. Okay, I don't know where the razors are. Yes, Toy Lottos, yes. So the thing is, it's like one company that runs it, and then it's kind of like franchised. So everyone just kind of just goes to a location that Banpresto runs to do, essentially toy lottery. But typically it's like the toy lottery is like you're not winning the good toys, but they're like lottery exclusive items. But you're more likely to get things like stickers because it's gotcha. It's luck based, right? So, anyways, I got a bunch of Gintama stuff when I was there, and because there's only one company that does it, it's like they have a rotation. So like when I was there in Tokyo, it was like they had a few things that had like Momotaro. They had One Piece. They had Gintama. They had a few just like flavor of the month series there. But I look at like the rotation now, like literally like in the last 2 weeks, I'm like, oh shit, this rotation is sick. It sucks that I'm not there for it, or that it wasn't done when I was there, because they got some good stuff. They got like Evangelion. They got Dress Up Darling. You guys like Dress Up Darling? Holy shit, that show's so good. Have you seen Gintama? I've seen a couple of, like, I keep it on in the background like a dub. I've kept it on in the background. It's like, how do I put this? It's funny. I kind of don't know what's going on because I'm not paying enough attention. But I can also tell that the vibe is funny. so it's good. All right, let me find some springs. Damn, I want to find those squares though. Holy shit. I use these square razors. Or risers. I'll keep it 100 with you. The Dress Up Darling manga turned into a bit of a shit show for a bit. I mean, that's fair. I imagine a lot of series just kind of go off the rails. And that's all right, I'm watching the anime. I think that season 2 finale was just so good. It was just so good. I liked it. Oh, here we go. Risers. I found them. Oshinoko? What is Oshinoko? Alright, let's try this. Alright, just gotta be very careful here. Lest you forget, Rent a Girlfriend, aka the Cuck Experience. Here's the thing about Rent a Girlfriend. It's one of those situations for me where it's like two things can be true. Rent a Girlfriend is awful, and I like Rent a Girlfriend. It's like that. Xavier, welcome. Oshinoko / My Star is the next manga by the author of Kaguya. Oh, okay. I've been watching Kaguya-sama. I have been watching Kaguya-sama. It's pretty good. Unfollowed. Starts out really well, then gets fucked, then fucked some more. Oh, was that the end of this playlist? Alright. Next one up. Are there any keyboards that are awful but you like them? All of them. I'm sure there are. Let me see. It's been a while since I've looked at my horrible good boards. Horrible good boards. What are some horrible good boards that I have? Like, they're awful and I like them. I've grown to like my Z60. Z60 Evolve. I hate it. I hate the... It's funny, I think there's a bunch of adhesive pour-on gaskets boards that I really, 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 really hate building so much, or it's just I'm so upset that the keyboard exists because of how poor the build experience was, and typically that stems from adhesive pour-on gasket implementations that are really bad. And then I go and use them, and I'm like, this is pretty good. And I feel like the Z60 Evolve is like that. But also, I think that also came from the fact that I had that refinished too, because I did not really like the red finish from before, and it was also badly done. And then I got it redone in pink, and I like it. Derivative. I don't know if I have anything bad to say about the derivative. I know that there's some board. Yeah, some was derivative the one where it was like, you know, threading that cable was like really ridiculous, or was that might have been the moment? I don't know. I don't remember. He builds HHKB's trick question. Oh, Chris, what are the latest snacks you macking on? You know, I got some weird vegan stuff. I half want to try, half want to throw out. I don't know. What am I eating? I don't know that I'm eating anything really weird. Like, or weird or different. I mean, lately I've just been eating oranges and cashews. I've been getting a bunch of ice cream from Humphrey Slocum. I think that's a San Francisco thing. It's Humphrey Slocum. There's a bunch of locations in San Francisco, but I don't know if it's only in San Francisco. Locations. Oakland, Berkeley. Yeah, it's like Bay Area. Yeah, Bay Area ice cream. What's new in keyboards? Okay, here's my thing about the latest in keyboards. I've mentioned this in a couple of recent streams, but there's something I don't like, which is there's now like Hall effect and EC variations, like plates and PCBs available for like every board, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like being presented with so many options, because then it's just like like I guess I gotta buy more just to like make sure that I cover my bases in terms of the possibilities of what I would potentially like. And then also sometimes like for EC, I feel like it's really easy to have an EC like an EC implementation that is just not good. Like, it's easy to do one, like it's easy to throw it in. Like, not it's gotten to a point where it's not necessarily even an afterthought, but like, you know, we're considering now, like, okay, yeah, let's do an EC version of this. It's easy to do that. It's not easy to make it great. Like, at the very beginning, they were definitely afterthoughts. Where it was just that, like, oh, let's just slap on EC at the end and like let's just see if it'll work out. I think designers are more considerate now of just like, okay, let's put EC as a part of this, but it still isn't resulting in an experience that I think is very good. That's just like what I think. Like, I don't think, for example, the Cloud9 was very strong EC wise. I'm just like, MX is just it's like superior to it in that board, how that board is constructed. That's what I think. Don't even waste time with custom EC. It's just going to be shit until someone can basically clone an HHKB. Alright, sorry, I've been installing, or just kind of dilly-dallying. I need to find these springs. I need PBB springs. God damn, it's really hard to see in the dark. Let me get a light on. Alright, these look like PBB springs, I think. Maybe. They look like, but they might not be. That definitely looks like it's written like it's PBB. Alright, so what this stream is making me realize is if I'm working on EC stuff, I really gotta be better prepared than I am, like, compared to today. Because this is not great in terms of my readiness. These also might be old PBB springs, which is also not very good. But, you know, fuck it. We're doing our best here. Yeah, I think these are old PBB. They feel thin. I think the thing that I really like about PBB springs is that they're thick, but I think there was a point where they weren't. And that might be these. And I think that's indicated by the fact that they are in this plastic container. Because I think the new ones are not, as far as I recall. It's been a year, but from what I can remember, there's like a different spring that PBB offers that didn't come in a container like this and is very good. Give me an HHKB with full bottom row. I will never use anything else. I swear. What would you think about like 6U full bottom row? Where it's like the real force 6Us, or it's like 1.5, 1, 1.5, 6, 1.5, and then 2 1Us, and then 1.5 at the end. Would you do that? I'm slowly but surely offloading my boards. Is there any you're planning on keeping? Or are you just like fully, you're gone? You're gone. No more boards. It's Logitech time, baby. It's Dell keyboard time, baby. Do you plan on getting Pangea Mini? I probably not. I was really considering it when it was, in group buy. But I got cold feet then, and it was one of those things where I am glad I got cold feet. At this point, I'll take it. Oh my god, come on. Oh my god. I just cut my nails yesterday, so this makes like kind of separating these springs harder. What didn't you like at Pangea Mini? Let me look at it again. Okay, so here's my general thoughts. I think Bull has some heaters. Just period. He's got some heaters, and I love that. That said, I think that I am kind of moving on from this type of design specifically that I'll show here. Give me 1 second. How do I feel like I'm moving away from this Jesus, okay, this is a crazy animation. This type of design where it's like there's a top case and a frame. I think I have some boards like this, and I think it's the wrong word, but it just like it's not the right word, because like I want to say that like it feels like cheap. I don't know. I feel like it's not like, I don't want to say cheap. I don't want to say lazy, but it seems like I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't visually like it. I don't visually like the frame design. It's like frame and top case. Like if you do a frame and a top case like this, you gotta make it like clever. Like I think like so I know I no longer have it because I think it's Ricky's now. But I do think I did get this feeling that like the Axe 60 was a pretty nice way to do a frame. Because it just had these little extra pieces on the side. I don't know. That was like nicer. Like that was nicer of a frame situation, you know, frame design situation. But just generally, if it's just case and then a frame, I'm like, it's like either you gotta give me something more, or just cut the frame out of the picture. Like do more or do less. I don't know. It's a me thing. Like it might not make sense. But, you know, it's personal taste, I think. Pro 2K. Yeah, the Pro 2K. Okay. Pro 2K keyboard. I think I had the same issue with this one. But it does have a little something extra. But I think I still just thought it was a little weird. So I bailed on that one too. I don't know. I think I just at this point I'm like, does it have a frame? If the answer is yes, is like, okay, despite having a frame, does it look excellent? And if the answer is not yes, then I think I just pass. Okay. Sorry, I gotta go back to some of these messages here. Humai Agar, MP Mini. Whoa, is that a Winculus? Cycle 7 and Grey Rat, iffy on my Frog Mini and KBD 8X Mark III. Really debated going for Tofu 60 3.0 because I love my 2.0, but circumstances. I see. Okay, I must leave. Glad to drop in. Stop selling yourself with my girlfriend watching you. I don't know, man. It's hard, man. Sometimes you just gotta watch. But you know what I do like? Alex, thank you for the lurk. I do love Konosuba. I think Konosuba is one of my favorite animes. I just think it's so damn good. Did you get the Agar? I did not. Okay, that's another thing that I'm not like a huge fan of. And again, personal taste. But okay, let's look at the Agar keyboard. So I know some people like the Agar. I know Savior loves the Agar. I know a lot of people love the Agar. I've built an Agar. Man, what the? Come on, give me some. Yeah, that's Loba. That's the thing too. Is like sometimes there's this weird roundedness and thickness that keyboards have. Not a huge fan, and it's just like I get it. Like this is different. It's definitely funky looking for sure. Um, I don't know. Is if it looks weird, it's got to be still like appealing, and I don't know. I think for me, I just like I like my boards to look kind of sleek. Now it's funny because I'm building this h2h and it's kind of got a frame thing going on, and we'll see it when we put it together. I think that there is something appealing here about the h2h, and it's basically just the HHKB studio design, right? But again, I think there is an appeal about it that's different than things like the Pangea and the Pro 2K. But we'll see. Like a bootleg Dolphin. I feel like people had said that before. And I have a Dolphin. And I'm more okay with the Dolphin. Man, what the hell is this? Okay, Dolphin 60. Okay, so this is kind of funny because appearance-wise, it looks like a combination of the two things that I said look weird, but I think this still does it in a way that I like. When I was looking at the h2h group buy, I just kept seeing the bottom frame as a diaper. When I look at the h2h keyboard, again, I think the whole thing is that it's supposed to be based around the HHKB Studio. But when I look at the h2h, what I find appealing or interesting about this is that its appearance. Okay, let me find a better view. Like this one's good, but it's a video, so I can't really enlarge it that well. Let's try this one maybe. Like, this is not a thin frame. Like what it actually looks like is like it's in a tray. So it looks trayed, which is like, okay, that's interesting. And again, this is the h2h based off the studio. I actually might buy the h2h if it offers an MX PCB. h2h side profile looks similar to C9, Cloud9. But you wouldn't just get an HHKB studio. I feel like that would solve it, but you know, I get it. Like it's the studio has got some quirks, right? Like it's got the HHKB software. It's got like mouse buttons, the track point too, right? I forget. But then there's also the weirdness of that, like the spacebar situation where like the spacebar or something is not really replaceable. What do you think is the best looking HHKB? Ooh, good question. All right, let me look for any that I own that I'm just like, ooh, that looks great. I think Lily is pretty nice. Best though, I gotta think about it. I'm looking. It's hard to decide because a lot of mine, truthfully, a lot of mine look similar to each other, and I guess there is a look that I like. So then I'm just like, then it's starting to boil down to like, okay, like I have this notion in my head of what the color is. So now am I now am I just like, you know, appreciating the colors? I do like my one of two Dolly 60. I like the badge in the corner. Oh my god, Jesus, this is like the worst chain. Okay, I freed one. Yeah, Lily looks cool. So, I mean, there's some where it's like they've got a gimmick and the gimmick is great. Like I think the Swiss is cool. Um, I did contrive like a fake HHKB on an Argyle. So like, there's definitely some with like really sweet gimmicks. And then I get to wondering, okay, is it how much of it again? Like, do you consider as part of like what's the best looking? Like, do engravings count? Cause and then like I don't know. Then I start thinking about the whole experience. Like, I really like the live oak. The live oak has a cool engraving on the back, but also it just I am reminded, you know, whenever I look at the live oak that it's just like it's just all aluminum, so it's really light, and I like that. Then it's like that's not even a question of how it looks anymore. I will say this: I have a thermal, and those heat fins, interesting, right? What was it? The 65% thermal, where the heat fins are at the top, I think is actually cooler looking. But I hate that they didn't do that for the 60, and that they put the heat fins. There's only ever heat fins on the side for the thermal. That's a 60. I feel like if the heat fins were on the side, or sorry, on the top for the 60, I'd be like, oh, it'd be hard to compete with that. I have a Victus Sin where the top and the bottom are different PC colors, both B stock, and I love how that looks. All right. Oh shit! I gotta take this stuff off, huh? Viper. Okay, so then this is like another thing where it's just like I start to get a little bit biased for again things that are not they're not necessarily visual appearance, which is like the Viper angle is just a little too crazy for me, and I feel like that whenever I want to think of you know great stuff about like you know the duck boards, I think about god damn that thing's just way too crazy of an angle to me. And that's not fair in terms of looks, but again, I'm just left to think about it a lot. Trying to make sure things line up. Okay, so let's try this out. Alright, what is this? These are Phillips. Gotta look for stuff, huh? Here's this. Is this right? Oh god, you know what I didn't check before I start all this? The plate is tapped, right? I really hope this plate is tapped. It looks like it. Alright. So what is the struggle I'm encountering? Okay. This I'm struggling to screw in, and now I'm wondering how well are the domes actually pressed in, or sorry, the housings. Are these screws long enough? Okay, some of them are able to go, and I think this is one of those things where I'm trying to start in the middle, but I just don't know if this will allow me to. Jesus Christ! All right, it's hard to tell where holes are, because like there's some places where there are holes, or some places where there aren't. Like this didn't come with its own PCB, so I'm using, you know, this Pro 3 60X SE, I guess. It's like there's more arrows than there are holes, and that just starts to get real confusing. I'll get a light on. Ladder, welcome. Jesus. God, I should have like taken a picture of this plate before, because I don't know where the holes are. There's too many holes on this PCB. There's more holes than on the PCB than there are on the plate. It's like, I don't. Is that not a real hole? Some of them, I think, also are having issues getting through the poron, whereas it could be a little bit easier going through EVA. I feel like I gotta lift it up. Alright, one there. Okay, there's one here. This also really is one. It's like sometimes I'm getting to a point where it's scary, but I think I can do this, where there's enough screws in there. But I can just pick this up. This is one. Yep. You almost gotta, you know what you gotta do is, I feel like when you have a PCB that has too many of these holes, it's like you might need to mark this up in advance. Like mark the PCB up in advance to see where your plate holes are. Because truthfully, this is ridiculous. So this is really one when I didn't screw it all the way in. This one has a looseness to it, which gets me confused. Like, is the plate hole stripped? So got that one. Got that one. That one's good. That one. That one. That one's good. That one there's also good. One, two, three, four. And I think that's it, but this one right here eludes me. Right here in this middle spot. Like this one feels like it's just barely not long enough or something. There's nothing else to like force it down more. So this one's just kind of staying loose. Get this feeling. It's also got BKE heavies, so it's like it's hard to really compress. Apart from keyboards, what are your other hobbies, Chris? Yeah, I got a few. I shoot concerts here and there. Ooh, okay, we got it. It actually locked in. Nice. Okay, we'll go around now. Oh no. I shoot concerts here and there. Not so much super recently, but I've done like 2 in the last year and a half. Yeah, concert shoots. Play a lot of video games. I've logged a lot of hours in Splatoon, but as of late, I've probably actually logged more in Pokemon in the last year. Watch basketball. I'm a Laker fan. Grew up in LA. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's more. There's more things I do. There's more things I've done. But it just, I guess, then you start getting to a gray area of what hobby means. Everybody getting injured? Yeah. Okay, some of these have loosened up. It's weird. It's like some of these feel like they locked in. And then I came back around and they've completely loosened. And it's confusing because I see it actually like come through, but I don't know what happened. Think a Giannis signing is possible? No. Doubtful. I feel doubtful. That said, I mean, 2018 when LeBron signed with the Lakers, that was actually pretty crazy. Like, in retrospect, that was actually pretty crazy. We got Luka. Yeah, that too. I am a little unhappy with the state of these screws. So it looks like when I look at the actual screws, it's like they're black screws, but then the some of the ends where the black is like now silver. Is that stripping? Okay, so about 5 of them are feeling like they might be no good. That one locks in. That one locks in. Almost gets a feeling like maybe there are all these extra screws and it still wasn't enough. No. Damn. I actually get this feeling. It feels like there's not enough screws. And I wonder how many like old other screws would actually work here with this, because I'm pretty sure I have a ton of like show screws. I need 2 more. 2, 3? 3 more. God dang. One, 2, 3. Yeah. Let me go hunt. I gotta hunt some screws down. Alright. Found some S60 V2 screws. They are different screws. They might not even be the same size. Yeah, these are thicker. I wonder if we can look up what the screw specs are for the H2H. I don't even know where we go to find this key spencery. Anyone here have an idea? H2H keyboard plate screws. Oh, who is that? Blackwire 1217, thank you for the follow. Iced Water, welcome. Oh my god, this is horrible, horrible AI response here. I don't know how to deal with this, man. Okay, this one actually fit here. Oh. Nope. It's like I've seen these screws before and stuff. Where have I seen these size screws? I mean, I can check my screw stash. This. Okay. Yeah. All right. So this looks like I have some M2 by 8. Let's see how these work. I think I've used these previously. These are hex. It's really silly now because I don't like mixing these screws. That's not actually a hole. Yeah. So what it seems like is we got these M2 by, presumably M2 by 7 or M2 by 8s, and they're just like, some of them are not long enough and they're starting to like wear down in a way that's not good. So now I have like two mismatched screws. It's kind of feels a little goofy. They're coming out a little bit more, so now then I start to wonder, what did you need help with? Ice to water. Welcome. Some of these screws aren't reaching from the PCB into the plate. Almost like you need M2 by 7s, but then it might potentially be slightly too short. You know, I'm trying M2 by 8 and they're actually catching, but it's actually a little bit long. So I happen to have some different head M2 by 7s and M2 by 8s, and the 8s are working, not the 7s though. Some just fell. It's this one. So I guess I'll just leave these. Because what else can I do, really? And they protrude very slightly, almost like maybe I could sand these down just the tiniest bit. Yeah. Dynacap uses M2 by 7.6, so I think M2 by 8 should work, I think. I see. That is actually interesting. Does Dynacap include screws with stuff? Or just like actual Dynacap like kits that are with board? So yeah, I've had some Dynacap stuff off to the side, I think. Yeah, but then 7.6 sounds like right because 7's too short. I don't know what these screws are that came with the h2h. Let me try unscrewing a little bit on the screw head. Doesn't hit the bottom of the case when you mount, and that should be fine. I was thinking that, but there was a part of me that thinks that the head should be flush with the PCB just so that there is the attachment. Like, there was a part of me that was thinking that, but like, is that not necessary? I mean, I'll screw it in a little bit, but you know, because what else can I do? You know, like the other option is like, can I just file this down? And I'm thinking like, why not? I file it down just a tiny bit, which requires me to find a file. Or can I file it onto anything, you know? Filing would be ideal, yeah. So I gotta find a file though. That's the next challenge. Oh, I found one. This came with something. I don't remember what, but. Alright, that was very much not enough filing. So I think I gotta go. Does that come with no, it does. And it came with extras, but it was not enough extras. And I think it's that like again, it's like it's kind of so finicky where it's like I don't know what measurement these are. It's somewhere between 7 and 8. And like all but about 2 or 3 could catch, like in terms of like plate holes, and it's like there just wasn't enough screws that would work. So the black ones, these black ones came with it, and then I've just had to pull these silver ones from a stash, you know. Yeah, I feel like I gotta be filing for a while. I feel like I'm ruining the file. I also should probably be doing this like a mask or something. I feel like it's not the safest thing in the universe. Like it's protruding just like the tiniest bit. And I'm like, how much is it gonna matter? Especially like, for example, on this 2U. So this one right here. I don't know if it might not even be that visible. It's the silver. You can see it coming out just a tiny bit. Try a keycap. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, it's not touching at all. Let's try a couple of 1Us right here in this area. That's M and left angle bracket. Yeah, I don't think that's touching. I don't think this matters. I think we're good. Alright, maybe this is not worth worrying about at all. Yeah, it should be okay. Okay, cool. Alright, well, should be good there. I should go wash my hands Maybe wash down the file too, huh? Alright, I'll be right back. Okay. Alright, yeah, this desk has gotten a little out of hand here, all this crazy mess, huh? Maybe I'll clean up a little bit, yeah? But anyways, Ice to Water, welcome. Everybody welcome. Appreciate all the help. I'm gonna need that just a little bit. These go remove. What color case you got? I got the silver. It's like silver and gray. Been using the hair ties as rubber bands. Yeah, we'll see it shortly here. Just kind of trying to tidy up a little bit. Should I do like a PCB test now before I install it? I feel like that would make sense, right? Calibrate first? Yeah. Alright. I can do that. I don't know where this came from. Alright, I'm going to clean up a little bit. And by all measures, a little bit is enough. Okay, use VIA. It's VIA compatible, right? Whew. Oh boy. Quits, authorize EC60X. We'll do lighting off. It's a little too much for me. Okay, take a look at the layouts. We do split back. 1.7U, 1U. Bottom row is 6U. right. Escape, backslash, tilde, backspace, left control, win. Alright, we got right alt. I'm gonna do right win. We'll cover up the keys that aren't there. Alright, here we got inserts. We'll do eject right there. We need caps lock on the tab. This is */home page up ± end page down. Get rid of that one. Okay. I think that should be good. Yeah. Alright. Oh, and then we need to do the calibration, right? How does this work? It's been a while since I've done this calibration. I gotta figure this out here. It's been a very long time. What are the things I click? Gawk, welcome. Turn on calibrate mode. This one right here. Okay, bottom out all the springs. Okay, and that's it. I feel like there should be like a progress indicator. Which this, I don't know, this doesn't do anything. Show calibration data? Do I need to enable something? I don't know. Anyways, I mean, this is fine. Cool. Alright, it works. Okay. Again, I think there should be a visual indicator that would be helpful. But I don't know what they would show, to be honest. I'm just being real, I guess. Alright. Grab the h2h. There we go. h2h. Silver and gray. Gotta figure out what key set I want to use with this. Feel like, is this big enough? No. This hex. Anyways, Gawk, welcome. How you doing? Gawk, I still owe you stuff from about 1 million years ago. I'm pretty sure I tried confirming your address like 2-3 times already and still haven't sent anything. That's my bad. I was gone for the last 7 months. Alright, I'm guessing it's just this, right? I mean, it's just a top mount. Nothing too super special, I don't imagine. And it looks like... Good lord, alright, what are these screws for? Okay, there's a couple daughter board screws already in there. Some of these are pretty small. They're smaller than the case screws, which makes sense. Let's try this one. Ooh, okay. This is a little funny because there is some give. You guys kind of see me do that here, so it's like, ooh, how centered do we need to be? How centered do we want to be? How much time should I waste figuring it out? And I got some news and notes for you guys, some of which I did not write down. I just learned that here in San Francisco, there is an exhibition for Deadly Prey Gallery. I don't know if you guys have been seeing it lately, but it's those like Ghana movie posters. Andrew, my buddy Andrew was telling me a long while back, like several years ago, about Ghana movie posters, and I thought the whole idea was so crazy and it's hilarious. But I think it's been like blowing up lately, just on social media. For those unfamiliar, it's like once movies were hitting the country of Ghana and Africa, they weren't getting like all the legitimate promo materials, so they were just having artists like do movie posters and stuff to advertise, like, oh, you can watch this movie. And the posters would just be like hand painted on like rice sacks. And what's funny is that like these promo posters that they would just hand create are like, they'd always be incredibly violent, even if the movie itself or whatever wasn't violent. And so it's kind of become like a bit of an art style. I guess this gallery, I think it's down in LA. They work with some of those artists out in Ghana. And how does this? Oh, okay, it's there. All right. There were some of those artists out in Ghana, and then yeah, I guess they were holding an exhibition here in San Francisco. It's pretty funny. So I plan on going and visit that. All right. So my take is, we put it in there, and then this cable just comes right around like that. The bottom of the daughter board just floats, I guess. It's floating around here. I do appreciate the long length of this cable. It's very appreciated. Grubby fingerprints on the bottom. Change heads. Shit, what did I do with that? There it is. Drop these in and I'll screw them in later. Then we'll get some feet on it. The build will be done there. We still need some keycaps. I'm guessing, I feel like silver board kind of always goes with beige, so then I gotta hunt for a beige set. I don't know if I had anything else planned for this. Let's take a look and see if I did. What caps? I don't know yet. Let's see what I got available. Oh, let's get the feet on. Alright. Cool. Cool. So I'll just dump all these in to this one little bag. These two. Alright, cool. Okay, and then just gonna move that off to the side. Plug this bad boy in. And then I'll start taking a look at available key sets. Unused. I guess we do need MX. I'm just kind of looking through. GMK, I don't think I have any beiges left. Oh, I do have. It's not really beige, but I have botanical desert. Kind of, I feel like that kind of works, and I think that I immediately have a 6U available, so let's just do that. You guys think of botanical on this? You guys hate it? Love it? Doesn't matter? We're going with it. Ooh, you know what? Do I need one of those spacebar springs? Ooh, you know what else I need? I forgot those shavers. Stem shaver. I'm holding out my shower to hear the sound test. I gotta do this thing. Sorry. Incredibly tight. I don't know how much I've done by way of these stems here. Feel like none. I've done no stem shaving on any of these. What internals are these? I found some what I imagine are already tuned deskies, housings, and sliders, because I'm pretty sure I did them before, because the sliders have slider gaskets on them, because these are like unsilenced. I have BKE heavy V1s. What else? I got these like AliExpress like cutout gaskets. They're Poron. What else do I got in here? EC Pro 3 bundle from Canon Keys, which I guess is an EC60X SE with Pro 3 daughter board. I guess that's what it is now. I don't know. Is there anything else? Am I forgetting anything? PBB springs, but I think they're PBB V1 because they weren't quite as nice as what I consider to be the best springs ever in the later PBB springs. I'm sure I have them somewhere. I just got to track them down. This is a very ill-planned build stream. I started the stream before knowing what was even going to go in any of this. I went through once on each, and I was trying to really like go at an angle to shave it. I don't know how much more I should do, because again, I know that you're holding off your shower, which is you know, I hate to do this, but I'm also like, I don't know what this was on before, but I'm pretty sure I must have ruined a key set with this. It's, you know, up to this point. Like, I must have, you know? Like, I could see little plastic shavings coming out of what I'm trying to shave. I'm just trying to be safe, you know? We'll do one more at, like, from another angle. Just what I'm doing so far is going to be my second pass. I remember I would try some of these previously. I was trying to do like 20 passes per stem, and it's like, we ain't really got time for that, you know? So I'm just trying to go in at a crazy angle. Hopefully that'll be enough. A crazy angle from two different sides. Whew. Hand's cramping a little. Also, I need to track down spacebar springs. I think I know where they are. Actually, they should be in a little white box behind me. Boy, this one right here. This one feels gnarly. Okay. Low light box. With the springs, where is it? Ah, shit. I don't know where it is. Oh, jeez Louise. Is it in here? Oh, is it this? No, that's not it. Oh, is this? Hey, found him. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I think this is probably gonna be pretty good. Hopefully. I'm just anticipating from pressing these in that I kind of do like the sound already. Could be a mix of the BKE heavies and also the horrible keycaps at a stupid control icon. Anyways, BKE heavies and the actual construction or the shape of the board on the inside and how sound can resonate in that space. It's sounding like I'm gonna like it. We'll see how it shapes up. That's like the worst. This is the worst right here. Oh, horrible. It's like offensive. Carrot control. I mean, text-only mods is okay, but my problem here is like the forced icon and text mods where they don't need to be. On, you know, here is like a lot of Omni types, GMK key sets that they run do this. Again, feels offensive. Anyways, I was asking earlier. I don't know if you guys might be familiar, different crowd at this hour, but was there like someone who was trying to work on like Topre OEM like style parts? Because we need more of those, Topre like spacebar stabilizer inserts. We are very much missing that. Control looks funny. Shame on you for liking HHKV. Omni-type, probably. I think, no, it was someone that wasn't Dynacat. Like, it was the name of someone else who's in this working on, like, dedicated Topre stuff. Wish more GMK base kits had 60. I feel like it's been happening more lately. More, not universally, but I've seen it more in the last, like, year or two than I ever have. I remember only Dynacat folks saying that. Okay, use chopstick. Welcome back. I thought it was someone else, but I'll believe you guys. Oh god, settings, keyboard, shortcuts. So does anyone else do this aside from me? What I do is in VIA, I map left Win and left Alt to match what's in Windows. And then in Mac OS, for every keyboard I do, or for every keyboard I use, I then go in and swap Option and Command. So that way it feels natural in Mac OS, but it also feels natural if I ever switch to a Windows machine, where it's harder to remap mods there. Does everyone else do that, or is it just me? Okay. Anyways, let's do this. Okay. Hopefully I don't forget all of this here, but I never updated the build commands. Let's try to figure that out. Okay, so I think this is, excuse me, stainless steel plates, EC60, XSE PCB Pro 3 daughter board. What do we got here? Unsilenced desk keys, housings, sliders with slider gaskets. What else? BKE heavy V1 domes. Is there anything more than that? I guess just PBB springs. V1, I guess. And GMK botanical. Is it botanical? Botanical R2 desert base. Okay, here we go. Build. There's the build. You guys heard me just say it, so there it is. Let us now get to this type test. I'll turn this fan off too. Window's going to stay open though. Hear the sounds of cars in the distance. Here we go. That's the build. Let's do it. Oh god. Yeah, it sounds so unique. Yeah, it's that, because I think the guy who worked on this helped show out with some of the S60 designs, right? I don't know. That's what I was reading on the h2h, bio about thing. I feel like there is that sound of this. Like, I don't know what they did, but like the internals in terms of how they're getting sound to come in is just so different from I think a lot of other like EC style boards. But also I think that in combination with the BKE heavies is like just a very, very interesting sound. So I like it. I hope you guys do too, but we'll do a couple more tests here. All right, some music. What do you guys think? I like it. I really do. I think it sounds great. I don't know. Maybe I should take this over to Tina's. I like this a lot. I don't know if I mean, I guess I could. What time is it? It's late. I gotta get back home. I was like, a part of me was like, should I work on organizing Mizu? I don't know. It's kind of late. I started late, to be fair, but it's almost 12:30. I've been on for almost 3 hours. Try to make these not super crazy long. Let me tidy up while I think about whether or not I want to do it. I gotta tidy up anyways. You like it? Alright, cool. Because I like it too. Actually a really good board. And again, Savior says it looks like a diaper. I think it looks like a tray. So that's what I think. But what do I know? I'm not a keyboard designer. I just buy the boards. And I enjoy them. Drop test. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. I say, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's try to be quick about it though. I'll put this off to the side. This is the key colt right here. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Did you see a piece of paper printed out? It was just looking like a keyboard. Sorry, I know you're playing, but I'm still live, by the way. Yeah.
Thought I put maybe somewhere.
Oh, okay, it's here. Okay, cool. I got it. All right. What's in the key cult? Koalas. I think it's aluminum plate and Duroc koala switches. Yeah, and GMK sloth. Sloth and koala. Is that interesting? These business cards are funny. Need koala corn. Oh, was that the end of this? That was the end of that playlist. Alright. Grab these alts. I like how they did this, where they included 6U in base. 6U centered in base. It's great. Okay. There's short shift. Short shift, where are you? I'm gonna need that. And that. And that. And that. And also that. What am I missing here? There it is. And FN. Is that all? No. F and J. Jedi Buds, welcome. Jedi Buds, you just missed the type test. But I could maybe get a brief one in for you after I finish sorting this out. Mod Tilde? Oof, I don't know about that. Not a fan, not a fan. It's not a mod. The problem with Mod Tilde is that Tilde is not a mod. That's true. For anyone just tuning in and hasn't seen this before, I like to sort my keycaps in HHKB layout just so that I can just grab it real quickly because I only ever really build HHKBs. The rest just go in a bag and then I never really have to see the bag. Unless, you know, I have to build something that's not an HHKB. But it's just like it's ready to go, you know? That's how I got this botanical on that so quickly. Is helping you on? I scored that HHKB Pro 2, and like you said, it's really, really good. Nice. Very nice. Congrats. I'm glad you like it. I think the funny thing about HHKB or just, you know, 7U or, you know, key sets here is that, like, at this point now there's going to be more and more 6U boards coming out. 6U in base, or even if 6U is not in base and it's another kit, then it's like, well, I don't know in advance what the board is that I'm going to actually build. So it's like I have to, like, also pack in the 6U and the 7U. Alright, so there I just kind of funnel that in. Zip this up, and this goes in the drawer behind me. Rest of it goes into a Ziploc. So what I do here, cover this, and then cover it again, flip this, and I can just funnel in the same way. Some of them pop out though sometimes. So this is very slightly bigger than 8.5 by 11, so I'm lucky for that. Alright. Okay, sweet. So that's pretty much it. Let me get in one more type test. Just because I know Jedi Boys came in a little late, and then we can find someone to raid. Alright, here we go. Let's do a full minute. Why not? And I'll get the format closed. Alright. Here we go. Okay, h2h, stainless steel plate, desk keys, plastic parts, PBB springs. Link for Hunter, by the way, welcome. PBB springs, BKE heavy V1 domes, and GMK Botanical R2 desert base. Here we go. That's it. That's the board. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Sexy. I need to score one of those. I didn't know much about Topre, and I'm really hoping to score a Pro 2K. This looks beautiful, though. Nice. And we're just talking about the Pro 2K. I don't know if Pro 2K is a look that I personally like with the frame. I was talking about, like, I'm not sure I like these frame boards personally, look-wise. But, yeah, no, EC's sick, so get on it. All right, let's see who's online, yeah? We got Yoon Froggy. We got Pokemon Cast. We got Pika Cools, who's sleeping. Let's see if there's any keyboard streamers on right now. Thanks, man, and I'm glad I made a little sound test. Nice. Yeah, let's see who's on. Alright, not sure I see any keyboard streamers. Alright, let's still looking. Let's see who's on my front page. Or I guess we're doing Yoon Froggy. Alrighty. Okay, so I'll be back next week. Let's see, what do I have scheduled for next week? I think it's gonna be a snake. I think we'll do the snake next week. Alrighty. Okay, so yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the build, and I'll see you guys next week. Good night.